Hello my lovelies, welcome back to this perfume channel. Long time no speak because for you I have posted a video just recently, but I actually haven't recorded for quite a while because I went away to Poland for a bit. So I'm excited to get back into it and tell you about recent favorites, the fragrances that really impressed me recently. They are just a wow. And the first one, let's jump straight into it because I'm so excited. This fragrance is so good. I resprayed it 3 times yesterday, literally. This is how good it is. It is Boss, the scent for her. They re-released it, so now it has got a new bottle. I don't know what it is about perfume houses re-releasing fragrances all the time now. I don't know whether the ingredients, like more ingredients got banned or something, but oh well. This new version, I loved the old version. I just like the scent line. I think it's just so likable, but the opening, it just grabs you. The peach, it's just like drinking, you know, this peach scented Lipton tea. It's so good. And this is that peach tea drink scent, and it's got freesia, it's got lovely just green freshness in here, but it's also gourmand. It's got some cocoa, which you can't necessarily smell that much, but it just gives the fragrance this richness, and you can definitely just smell this sweetness, this opulence. This is such a wow fragrance. When you just spray it, you fall in love with it. The only downside, I don't like that it doesn't last as long as I wish it did, because it's such a powerful opening. I wish it was that powerful all throughout for like 8-10 hours, but this, as I said, I had to spray it 3 times yesterday just because I love the opening, but also because it kind of didn't last as long. So this is a fragrance, if you love the scent, just buy it and just reapply it. But man, the opening, it's just so good. The dry down is also good, but I especially just love the opening of the scent. It's such attractive fragrance. Maciej also really loved this when I first sprayed it on. It was like, wow, this is just such an amazing girly fragrance. Next fragrance, because not all of the fragrances I like, I buy bottles of, but I also sample a lot, and recently I absolutely loved Bubble Forever from Montale. This fragrance, it is so fun. I am a fan of bubblegum anything, bubblegum ice cream, just that fun bubblegummy fruitiness. It is just, I think, youthful. It reminds me when I was at school and we would get like a bunch of those little bubble gums, like a rulon of like paper, and they had loads, like hundreds of little bubble gums in them, and we would just eat them all during our breaks. And this has got that smell, bit of that pink bubblegum fruitiness. It's also got, I would say, that vanilla that after you chew through the bubble gum for a little bit, it starts going a bit less like dull in a way, and this has also captured that in a weird way, and I love that it's really fresh and really just like bubblegummy at the top, but then it settles into this like almost like a starchy, milky slightly fragrance. It's so odd but so reminiscent of that bubblegum and so good. So if you've been looking for a fragrance that is fun, that is niche, that is just will capture your memories, then this one is such a one. Wow. Next fragrance, it is this new one from Fragrance du Bois. So they've got 3 fragrances from their like lovers collection. I already have 2 of them and I absolutely love them, especially Covered. I wore that fragrance to death like when I first got it, and I still absolutely love it. But I thought, okay, let me just get the newest one, the lovers one, because I just love the rose that is in here. Ooh, the rose and the saffron. This is a cleaner take of a romantic fragrance. It's still very romantic, but the rose, it is just clean, like almost Chloe fragrances, those original Chloe fragrances that were really rosy and clean. This has got that squeaky, rosy cleanliness, and then saffron, a lot of saffron, and it smells just uplifting, clean, fresh, but also quite sensual with that saffron. It is very special, love wearing it. I would say this is the most everyday wearable out of the Lovers collection for Fragrance du Bois. So I absolutely love it. I've worn it a few times already. Absolutely, just I know it will be one of my go-to fragrances for this time of the year that we're coming up on spring. That rose, it's just phenomenal. Next up, and by the way, before I tell you the next one, tell me what new fragrances you have discovered recently that you just fell in love with, whether it's samples or like full bottles. You know, I was just talking with Mati before making this video and saying how now I would be so intimidated starting my channel, because I remember that like I just never had that money to spend on like 1,000 bottles, but I would spend every single moment I could at a fragrance counter. I would go literally nearly on every single of my lunch breaks. In every single job I had, I would go on my lunch breaks and literally go into a store and smell thousands of fragrances. I would buy samples and just have a few bottles, but I would feel so intimidated now, like starting a channel. But the amount of bottles you have, I don't think it signifies how much you love fragrance, because you can absolutely love fragrances and still have fun and go to fragrance stores. So, you know, if you don't own any bottles, just tell me also what fragrances you have discovered recently and you absolutely love. Everybody's welcome here on the channel. Next up, we've got this fragrance that I tried, and I literally, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I wrote love on the tester because I love this fragrance so much. It is Amour de Cacao from Sud Pacifique, Comptoir Sud Pacifique. This fragrance brand, I've been testing so many of their fragrances and they're all pretty similar, but Amour de Cacao is my favorite one to date. This is just a gourmand lover's dream. It is dreamy. It is so chocolatey and nutty. It is like you biting into a Lindo chocolate. And Lindo chocolate is my favorite chocolate. But this is orange zest. It here says orange zest, cocoa bean, starfruit, vanilla pod, and it smells like that. It smells a bit bready as well, like a brioche. It is just so gourmand. If you love gourmand fragrances, I will die for this fragrance. It is so good. At least get a sample, and I know I can find a sample for you because I got a sample, so I'll link samples for all of the fragrances if I can find them, but definitely this in the description. Next is a Valentino scent, and this is the Valentino Born in Roma PERFUME. I love the boxy fragrances, like all of them, the Born in Roma, Extravaganza. They are just so likable. Anybody can go purchase them, gift them to somebody, wear them themselves. You'll get tons of compliments. They just make those fragrances that are long lasting. They are super compliment getting and easygoing. And this scent in particular, it is the most gourmand out of all of them because they're all pretty fresh, although sweet as well. But this has got that rum note, especially the opening. It is just so good. That rum, you can really just smell that rum, really deep vanilla. It's almost coconutty. It's just so delicious, but you still have got that fruitiness from the original Born in Roma, which just makes this fragrance, to me, like that perfect fragrance for the cozy, the winter, the snuggles. Like this just is a cozy fragrance. It's so delicious. It's for the girl that loves vanilla. This is that scent for you if you were missing that, because all of the other ones are like light fruity vanillas. This is the deep gourmand vanilla you need. Next fragrance that really wowed me. This I have worn only, I think, once since I got it, but I love it already. No, actually, I worn it twice. This is the new Micallef. I can't remember what it was called. Too many fragrances, not enough memory. I have to delete some things from my memory. But I'll definitely link this one below, and I'll pop the name on here as well. This fragrance, it is a fun one. It is a fruity, girly, floral. and it's also very musky. And I love how this fragrance, when I first smelled it, I thought this is traditional, yet it's very fun. And it's that juxtaposition that makes this fragrance, I think, what it is, because the fun in here, it's definitely the fruitiness. The muskiness is quite traditional. Those musky, clean fragrances that were like all the rage in the 90s. I think they took that and added that fruitiness that is in a lot of designer fragrances now. And they just made this fragrance so calming because of the musks, but also so girly and feminine. This fragrance to me is an everyday hero fragrance. Like, you just wear this one to work every single day. You feel beautiful wearing it, and it's just such an easygoing fragrance, but for sure it is also niche and unique. So that's what I love about this one as well. And another fragrance, it is a fun one. It is called Polish Potatoes. Just such a fun name, and it is from a Polish brand, Bohoboco. I never know how to pronounce it the Polish way or the English way, but I think it's supposed to be Bohoboco. And this fragrance, I thought when I got this fragrance, I thought, man, am I going crazy? Like, people will laugh at me because I like Polish potato scents, but this scent is so damn fun. If you're truly looking into the niche perfumery and you want something that is so fun, so different, this is very earthy. It smells a bit to me of like earth and also potato starch. It smells a bit beetrooty as well, and it's got that patchouli. It's dark, it's mysterious, but what I love about this, it gives hints of that Polish potatoes, that earthiness, that patchouli, that beetroot, but it doesn't go to that place where it's like, okay, that's cool, but I would never wear this. No, it gives hints, but then makes it like a wearable, really intriguing, truly unisex scent. So I love the scent. I've tried many Bohoboco fragrances, and this is the first one that I'm like, okay, I can stand by this one. I can definitely see how fun it is, how different it is, and I love the name. But oh my gosh, if you like earthy scents, if you love patchouli, try this one. This is truly something that you haven't smelled before, and it is so good. As I said, I'll link all the fragrances and samples I can find for them in the description, and let me know, please let me know what fragrances you've discovered recently and you were like, wow, this is just amazing, because I have to know. I simply have to know. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Monica_CIOCH, which is my surname. It's pronounced Cioch for those of you who want to know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.